How to play H2OMG. H2OMG is easy to play. First, let's take a look at the cards. There are 4 types. Soakers. Use these to arm yourself. Water cards. Use water to fill and fire your soakers. Battle cards. When one of these comes up, it's time for a major water fight. And the towel, the defensive card. I'll explain each of these types as we continue. Setup. To begin a game, shuffle the deck, then deal 4 cards to each player. Check the cards in your hand, discard any orange, duel, or blitz cards, and draw another. Now you're all set to play. Pick a player to go first. Playing a turn. On each turn, you draw a card, then play a card. The object of this game is to score 15 soak points against your opponents. You do this by deploying soakers and filling them with water. The first thing you'll do in most games is deploy a soaker card by placing it face up in front of you. Once you play a card, your turn ends and play goes to the next player. On your next turn, you can use any soaker you've deployed by playing a water card on top of it. Each soaker takes different combinations of water cards to fire. If you ever have a turn in which you can't play any card in your hand, you must discard one. You will never end your turn with more than 4 cards in your hand. Let's take a look at the soakers you use to attack your opponents. The squirt gun. The squirt gun shoots when you play a 1, 2, or 3 water card on it. It causes damage equal to the value of the water card, in this case, 3 water points. When you fire it, discard the water card, but keep the squirt gun deployed. The bucket. The bucket requires a matching pair of water cards, for example, a pair of 3s. To use the bucket, you play it on one turn. On the next turn, you play 1 water card. On your third turn, you can launch it if you can complete the pair. When you fire it, you discard the 2 water cards, but keep the bucket deployed. The balloon. The balloon card must be filled with exactly 10 waters to launch. You can use a single 10 water card, or a combination of water cards that add up to 10. On the turn you play water cards adding up to a 10, it launches, causing 10 soak points to the player you choose to attack. Balloons also defend against incoming balloon attacks, so it pays to have partially filled balloons in front of you. Defending balloons subtract damage from attacking balloons. For example, I launch a water balloon by playing a 10 water on top of it. Zena has a balloon filled to 7 in front of her, so my attack causes 3 water damage. You can block with any number of balloons you've deployed. If the blocking balloons add up to more than the attacking balloons, they inflict damage on the attacker instead. Empty water balloons that have been deployed block for 1 damage, but do not cause damage. When you use a balloon for attacking or blocking, you discard both the water cards and the balloon. The hose. There's one other way to make an attack in H2OMG, and it doesn't require a soaker card. The hose. To use the hose, you need 4 consecutive water cards. For example, 6, 7, 8, 9. You play all 4 water cards at once, and it causes soak points equal to all the cards' faces. This 6, 7, 8, 9 hose causes 30 soak points, more than enough to knock out most opponents. When you play a hose, show all 4 cards face up, then discard them. You'll only have 1 card left in your hand after this play, so at the start of your next turn, you will need to draw 4 cards instead of 1. The towel. With all these soakers in the deck, you'll need a way to protect yourself and stay dry. That's where the towel comes in. The towel blocks up to 10 points of an attack. Keep the towel hidden in your hand until you need it. Then, when you want to block an attack, play it face up onto the discard pile. You can play as many towels in a single turn as you have in your hand. At the start of your next turn, draw cards to replace any towels you played. Water battle cards. Duel and Blitz are the water battle cards. If you draw one, play it immediately by putting them face up on the discard pile. This does not count as your turn. If you survive the water battle, take your turn after the water battle is done. Duel. A duel is a water battle between 2 players, the one who drew the card and an opponent they choose. The duel is a balloons-only battle. Both players discard all their deployed squirt guns and buckets. Then, both players launch every balloon they have, even partially filled ones. Each player adds up their balloon's water value. The higher amount is subtracted from the lower amount, and that is the soak points the losing player must take. Here's an example. On my turn, I draw a duel. I decide to duel Zena. First, we discard our deployed squirt guns and buckets. I have 1 balloon deployed with a 7 water card on it. That means I attack with a value of 7. Zena has 2 balloons, with a 3 water card on one and 1 empty. So she blocks for 3, the partially filled balloon, and for 1 with the empty balloon. so 7 minus 4 is 3. Xena takes 3 soak points. The Blitz. When a Blitz card is drawn, every player launches all their deployed balloons. You cause full soak points to every other player, and you take the full amount each player dishes out. Just like the duel, Blitz is balloons only. Here's a quick example with 4 players. First, everyone discards all deployed squirt guns and buckets. The North player has 1 balloon deployed with a 5 water on it. The East player has 2 balloons with a 7 on one and a 3 on the other. The South player has 1 balloon with 2 water on it and 1 empty balloon. And the West, poor thing, hasn't got any balloons at all. Here's how the damage breaks down. North will take 10 points from East and 2 more points from South for a total of 12 points. From this, she can subtract 5 points of balloons she has deployed. North will suffer 7 soak points in this blitz. It's a lot, but she's not out yet. East will take 5 from North and 2 from South, but East has a 10 in front of him, so he blocks the entire attack and takes no damage at all. Nice going, East. South will take 5 points from North and 10 points from East. That would be enough to knock him out, but he has a balloon with 2 water and an empty in front of him. That blocks for 3, meaning South takes 12 soak points too. South decides this is a good time to use a towel, and plays one, blocking 10 more points. With the towel, South only takes 2 soak points. West has no balloons, so he takes damage from everyone and blocks nothing. So he takes 5 from North, 10 from East, and 2 from South. That's 17 points. Knockout blow. West doesn't have a towel, so he's out for this round. Winning the game. You win a round by eliminating all the other players. You get eliminated by taking 15 soak points. The first player to win 3 rounds wins the game.